Yeah. I'm him signing in on y'all. Just got a quick short. Just had to do this video on this guy at Patrick 3626 or whatever he call himself. Uh, yeah, Patrick 3626. As you can see, this guy just won't leave me alone. This guy just keep on, keep on, keep on. He just won't stop. He just keep jumping in my inbox about Pastor Geno Jennings. Let me tell you something, what his problem is. What his problem is that probably the church that he's in, he want to leave that church so bad. He want to leave, but he can't let down all the members that, in the church, because there's some church that's against Pastor Geno Jennings. He know what the truth is. That's why he's so interested. That's why he won't leave me alone. That's why he just keep coming, because he knows what I'm gonna tell you what he's doing. What he's doing is he's learning the truth over here as Pastor Geno Jennings. He learning the truth. But instead of him giving up what he got and just come on over here full time and get all the truth, he's not no dummy. He's smart. He know what the truth is, but he can't leave and he can't let down the people in the church that he in to come on over here. Because when you find somebody that interested in Pastor Geno Jennings, you might well come on and join us. I mean, you message me about 1,000 times talking about Pastor Geno Jennings. No, all it is that you trying to make it look like you trapping Pastor Jennings in some question that you asked, but you're not throwing it out there for the truth of it. The truth of it is, it's a question that you want to know the answer to. But you pretend like you got a problem with Pastor Jennings saying a question, and the question that you said Pastor Jennings said, he ain't even said a such thing. These just some questions about the Bible that you want to know, and you want to ask Pastor Jennings about them. That's what you want. But you ain't got the balls to just ask the question. You can't let your church know that you over here looking for information about God. That's all it is. You want information. You want to know about God, and God bless you. I don't have a problem with you doing that, but the way you're doing it in a satanic way. The way you doing it, the question that you want to ask, you'll say Pastor Jennings said this and that. Or Pastor Jennings preached against this and that. What about that? Pastor Jennings ain't said nothing about what you talking about. These just questions about the Bible that you want to know, and you don't have the courage to just ask the question. Just ask the question about the Bible, son. Don't try to tell a lie on Pastor Jennings and say Pastor Jennings said this in one of his sermons. Pastor Jennings said this and that. I mean, one of the things he asked me, and I was telling him, I was telling him about when Pastor Jennings speak on a preacher that writes his sermon out. A preacher that writes his sermon out, that's not a real preacher. A preacher that uses an iPad to write down his sermons, you're not a real preacher. You see, when what he didn't understand that at is because he don't understand the Bible. He don't understand God. You see, you got to know A, B, and C before you know the rest of the ABCs. You see, he don't know A, B, and C yet. But he's trying his best to learn. I got to give him credit. He says that, Pastor Jennings said that, he said, Pastor Jennings said that preacher can't write down his sermon. Show me that in the Bible. He don't have to show it to you in the Bible. You just got to know the Bible, where it says, where the Bible harmonized, and it tells you. When the Bible tells you to use your common sense, that means what you're looking for is not directly written in there, but if you use your common sense, you'll figure out what is written in there. If God said it is him that speaks through the preacher when the preacher is on the pulpit, it's not the preacher that speaks, it's God that speaks through the preacher. So if God's speaking through the preacher, what do God need to write down his sermon for? let's magnify what a sermon is versus preaching from the Bible. What a sermon is something that you write down so that you don't forget. Do God need to forget? Do God forget anything? I don't think so. Preaching from the Bible, yeah, you can use an iPad to preach from the Bible, but you're not writing down sermons. And see, that's what he can't get. He say, oh, well, you can write down Pastor Jennings, oh, you telling me he can't write down a sermon in the Bible or some kind of stuff. He got me all confused. You know, that going to show when you dealing with a fool, and that's why Pastor Jennings tell us don't argue with fools, because they'll have you all twisted up. And as you see, he got me all twisted up with his nonsense. But yeah, this guy, especially when you're so many clicks ahead of him, and you have to back down off the ladder and come down there and make him understand stuff. That's hard. That's hard on my brain. Dude, I already told him, go back and get Pastor Jenny old videos and watch the old videos and catch yourself up to speed. What's happening right now, you're just late for class. Okay? You're not going to understand Pastor Jenny unless you go back and get his old videos. And he will train you. Then you will know the things he say and the things he do. You will know today why he do it and why he say those things. But people who just jumping in on the bandwagon with Pastor Jenny today, you're going to be lost. And like I say, I encourage everybody, go get the old videos. He got them all the way back from episode 400 and something all the way up to 2000 and something or whatever. But yeah, this guy, one more time, what his name was? Patrick 2636 or Patrick 3626, one of them. Yeah, this video is for you, Patrick. Go ahead and give up and come on over here to the Truth of God. Just let your church go that you involved in and come on over here. I'm him signing out.